30th and May 31st, 2022, the Regional Center for Mapping of Resources for Development, RCMRD, organized a two-day workshop with many objectives to showcase, disseminate, and exhibit the tools, products, methods, and data developed by SERVIR, a global network of regional partners dedicated to environmental management. The workshop was an opportunity for participants to share information on different developed services and products.
Actually, I'm very grateful for this center because they helped us a lot. Before, we came for trainings and workshop as well as a meeting to learn on how to develop many products and tools which we are using in a weather forecast. It will help us to increase our knowledge and also to continue to monitor about on how we are doing and also to follow every step from this workshop.
I teach geography and environment from senior 1 to senior 4. RCMRD told us to found clubs in our school, and we make clubs of 20 students. And those students, we teach them different things about geography. We taught them about the climate, weather station, weather parameters. It was to teach them about how the climate can affect their activities. We taught them different seasons we have in Rwanda and each activities we can do in each season.
Thank you. This workshop is very helpful for Rwanda, especially in land management. As the ministry is in charge of land management, land use monitoring, it will help to monitor our land use. As you know, we plan for land use, each land for each purpose, and then for agriculture. This workshop helped us to see how we monitor our crops, our agricultural land, how is it efficiently used. That is the importance of this workshop for monitoring of agricultural land.
Gatete, environmental expert in the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Resources of Rwanda, says that Rwanda is using a lot of technological services and products that the center has put in place, especially the new developed crop monitoring system.
Yes, on a specific project that we are having with RCMRD, I'm naming the crop monitoring system. So it's a product which is meant to help decision makers. So we are doing for decision makers. And in the Ministry of Agriculture, we have a kind of bridge that we have from decision makers to farmers. We have what we call farmer promoters. We have field staff which have the knowledge to decode those information and put on easiest way that a farmer can understand. So that means that the production of the crop monitoring will be read by those farmer promoters and extensionists to explain to the end users, which is the farmers.
According to Dr. Octave Semwaga, developed services are guiding the ministry in the decision-making on the best ways of land use management.
Every month we our side on the Minagri, there is a bulletin data which is produced, where exactly the crop are monitored, and beside that information, we'll be looking at what kind of ways, for example, for monitoring also other type of natural resources that we have, and which kind of ways should be set up to make sure that stakeholders are informed and also are benefiting from the collected data.
The center has developed various services in Rwanda, as Emmanuel Nkurunziza explains.
Over the years, the center has provided some services in Rwanda, including land use and land cover mapping. Now we are doing crop mapping, which is very important because it helps you to monitor crop health before the crops are actually harvested. You can tell whether the harvest will be optimum or it will actually come down. That way you can be able to plan in advance whether you need to get supplementary supplies from somewhere else. The same thing with the natural resource monitoring. You can tell whether your forests are depleting or land is being taken up by urban development. So all these are the services we are doing.
Stephen Sunday, technical expert for agriculture and food security at RCMRD, explains how the center works with associated institutions in Rwanda to take all important information to farmers.
For the land users or the farmers, we are working with Minagri, RAB, and Mito Rwanda, so that these institutions now work with the farmer promoters and the district agricultural inspectors, who now translate this information to the farmers, and now the farmers are able to work with that information to plan for their agricultural activities and productivity.
Francis Ngabo, Executive Director of Rwanda Space Agency, says that the collaboration between the center consists of working on mapping, where the provision of satellite mapping is assured for the sake of environmental management and land use guidelines.
The Space Agency is collaborating with different regional and international partners to acquire satellite imageries that can be used for mapping, but on more regular basis, in a way that we believe that we'll be able to receive satellite imageries on a more regular way with the kind of partnership we are doing with our different regional and international organizations. We believe that there's a way we can be receiving maps, satellite maps, within weeks, if not days.
RCMRD is an international organization established in 1975 with a mission to strengthen the member states and stakeholders' capacity through generation, application, and dissemination of geo-information and allied technologies for sustainable development.
We want to say that there's much of information outside there that can be used to make better decisions in regards to natural resources. So it's our plea that we create awareness of the existence of this information, and then have the necessary tools that are going to convert the information to something that we can all understand at various levels. And so we'll advise our people to try to use technology in making decisions. It's the best possible way that we can try to work on.
In the past 3 years, the center and its partners has co-developed and implemented the Rwanda Crop Monitor, the Rwanda Space Challenge, and Land Use Decision Support System, among others.